Hello, vudani here, and what is up? I am finally back, and I have some footage from a few tournament matches that I never quite finished up. I'd like to get those out to you as quick as possible. I have been incredibly busy with school stuff mostly, still planning on doing almost everything that I have talked about in previous videos. If you are still following me, don't fret, I will continue with these videos. My semester is almost over, the first one. The second one should be a little bit less chaotic. Basically what's been going on is I am working on 2 to 3 different projects every week, and my goodness, if you don't put all of your thought into that, it gets incredibly difficult to manage, and it's having some troubles there, but that is all in the past, and I am planning to do regular uploads once again. And right here, this first match I'm going to be uploading is a match with my engineer. It's a build that I had started, and it's definitely still a pretty good build. And trying to get this revive there, do end up getting it, but this middle point is not looking good. We got multiple guardians fighting here, and I am going to do what I can. I use my mind to knock them back, and we do end up getting our guardian back up. However, it seems like we're going to be losing waterfall. That could prove to be an issue, and I'm going to barrage these people with all my grenades. Should cycle through. There you go. Start with the bleeding, frost, and blind, and poison. Just throw down all my grenades there. Get decent effective damage, but these are 2 very defensible classes. Gonna go in to try to drop down that minefield. I do end up canceling it as I was taking some pressure there, but continue with the grenades. Just trying to soften these people up, but it looks like they have a very defensive trio here. Multiple guardians and warriors, as you can tell with those great swords, and there that guardian pulls us in there. Not looking too good, but we are able to keep it neutral. And looks like Lil Dreams is attempting to take the waterfall, but we need to change the pace here, so we're gonna go try to take a different point. Looks like we are able to capture the waterfall. That's gonna be good, and we are pushing on this point with both of their defensive juggernauts. All 3, I guess. Looked like a warrior and 2 guardians were in the middle there. That's not gonna happen, so we're gonna sacrifice the graveyard, and we're going to be able to capture these 2 points on the outside. And as you can see, I do quite a bit of damage with this build. It's definitely good. I would probably use rifle a bit more in 1v1s, but here I was gonna go get that gate, but it actually did get knocked over. I believe Agent Tile had been working on that from the start. So we will plan to use that in the end to hopefully secure victory. And this build's definitely good for movement. That's kind of what it's about, is getting point to point and harassing as much as possible. And my goodness, these guardians are just a pain in the ass. It's very difficult to take down guardians built like this, and this build is mostly to be able to get from point to point and kind of do what I'm doing here. If it's not that amazing 1v1, but you can survive by riding along the outskirts and just chucking grenades. And the healing kit, definitely good for this build. You can get the Fury from the number 5 ability, and that is very useful. Also sustained swiftness for switching points. You got the knockback with the throw mine, you got the ultimate for the stun, and Rocket Boots is a pretty good escape ability. And right there I go in with my combo right into the jump shot, but he did end up blocking that, it looked like, and rolled away. Didn't quite get the full brunt of that combo on him, but I did hit him with a good F3, which is the grenade toss. Still gonna do a good amount of damage. And right there you see I just start cycling through my grenades. No point in really preserving your grenades. I find it is much easier to just use them basically as soon as possible. Don't worry about if it's a 1v1 or a 2v1 or whatever. Just use them pretty much when you have them. They're going to come off cooldown. Time passes really fast, and here I'm going to try to secure this point. Start off with the F3 and hitting them with some really good effective damage. However, he does go down there. I'm probably going to go down, and yeah, I do. Probably would have needed to roll out there and try to nuke some of them, but not able to do that, and we do end up losing that point. However, we should be able to secure waterfall, and we do have graveyards, so we are not at too much of a point disadvantage. In fact, we are still in the lead. We are going to be able to take the waterfall, it looks like, but Graveyard is going to get pressured, so myself and RNG are going to push one of the points here. Looks like I'm going to go to Graveyard, and RNG is going to try to backcap. And right here I see another engineer sitting up top, putting on pressure, and I don't like that, so here comes the F3 ability into the jump shot, blunderbuss, and overcharge shot. Decent damage there. Didn't land most of those grenades, however, and that definitely took a hit. Go in with the turrets right there with the ultimate and just laying down as much pressure as I can with grenades. Trying to stay in this point, don't want them to be able to capture it. Right now it is still our point, so we're still accumulating points here, and no one's dying, so that's definitely fine. I'm basically rolling around as much as possible. I don't want to become a target. This build can be bursted down fairly easily if it is focused, but it is also very slippery. Right there you see the rocket boots escape ability, very useful. And Guardian throws down his absorption shield and another absorption shield right into the greatsword pole, and looks like my elixir targets there, allows me to get out and use my F1 for the heal. The healing kit is very different for a heal. Your main heal is actually your F1 ability, so that is your belt ability. And when you're actually using the healing kit, you'll have a couple of decent heals. Not very effective, they're definitely not going to keep you alive, but that F1 is very useful and it has a nice cooldown. Try to hit him with a jump shot, but I do end up missing and switching into grenades and rolling away. And here I see this, looks like a Mesmer up top, gonna pelt him with as many grenades as I can. You see some really nice damage there. It's can do up to like 3k I believe with the normal attack, probably more depending on the target, and the F3 ability can do anywhere upwards of like 10k if you get good crits there. And it's very crucial to keep Fury rolling as much as you can. As I see, I drop down that Fury and here comes some grenades. I'm gonna hit him with a net shot into an overcharge shot to get him off of that revive, and Mesmer does portal away, but we do stop the revive. Gonna be able to take him out soon. It looks like he managed to teleport up top, that's helpful, but looks like we do get that stomp, and I'm gonna do what I can to harass the people on the edges while staying in this point. And there goes another F3 ability, and again that is very difficult to aim. This build is not an easy build. Very fun build, but it is very difficult to play effectively. And right there you saw my F4, the planting mines, but not really sure what it's called, but anyway, you hit F4 and then a couple seconds later hit F4 again, and right there you saw I actually threw my mine. That is my number 9 ability, and that's gonna be your knockback, and very useful for knocking people away. And right there I went for the knock away, but the absorption shield got it, and we are just really trying to get Agent Tile up, and looks like NTK was able to do that after his very nice absorption shield. And now it is back to maintaining this point while not dying, and that's very key for builds. Now our team right here, we don't have as much kill power as we'd like, but it's also true that the opposing team has a lot of survival. Most of their builds are very, very durable, as you can tell from this match. And right there I try to hit him again, and just my F3 ability in this match is not doing me very well. And I am cycling through grenades, hitting him with as much as I can. I want to keep him off the point. I don't want him to get into the Guardians over there, but I do have to pull back and try to get myself Fury, and I do end up getting that, but I'm starting to get focused, so I'm gonna need to get out of there. I use my rocket boots to hopefully distract people, and looks like I do outrange most of them. And now I'm gonna try to circle around here and get back out of range. This build, not a melee build, but it is very slippery. I mean, you got your rolls that plant bombs there, and multiple knockbacks. You got the chills from grenades, you got the root from the rifle. Has a lot of CC options. That is good for an engineer build. It's basically, what is different about it, it is very similar to bomb builds that people run for point defense. However, it is ranged. It has just as much knockback, but it is from range. So you have a lot of options in terms of harassment and point defense, and we're able to keep this neutralized with just the two of us here. You got some people coming in from the sides, and I'm just going to town on these people with these AoEs, but they do end up focusing me, getting me in that root it looked like, but gonna try to get me up. Agent Tile comes in with a really nice AoE stealth, and he does manage to get me up, and now he's going to start with his bleeds, and I hit these guys with the nice jump shot, get the knockback with the overcharge shot, switch right into grenades, and start throwing everything I got. Got that one guy down there. Agent Tao's going to go for the stomp, does get knocked down. We need to get that warrior stomp quick, or else he will come right back up. And here goes the Guardian. Does not get it. He does come up, so we're going to have to try to avoid that. And meanwhile, I have other problems getting focused down by this warrior or Guardian. It looks like a Guardian. Gonna try to knock back this stomp, but he does have balanced stance, it looks like. Yes, he did. He was instability, was not able to prevent that, but we're continuing to hold these points, and they are just not really getting enough kills to really come back from this. We're able to neutralize the point that almost their entire team has been fighting on all match, and well, we're basically trading kills here, but we're just holding the points better. That's what it comes down to in this match. They have a lot of defensive builds, but our point holders on the sides are doing a good job in keeping that. You see we've held waterfall, I believe, most of the time, and that's thanks to our very defensive well necro. And I am going to respawn here, going to try to get back to the graveyard. I mean, try to continue doing what's been working. No real point in attacking their keep lord. We should have this in the bag. If we lost this match, my goodness, that would not be good. And here we go. I'm just throwing my mine, get some knockback, try to get anything we can to prevent that stomp. And one thing that did there was it basically prevented the stomp initially, not trying to save him, but I was able to get a crap ton of effective AoE damage there, and that definitely helped lighten the load on just overall pretty much every single one of them was trying to stomp. Definitely not that smart, but it's possible none of them had balance stance there, and looks like they are going for the stomp there, but Agent Tile is able to stealth away. I try to get in there to get some revive, and we do finish that off. That was a pretty good pull from that Guardian, but not going to do it. And we are just about to win this game here. And you can see that, my word, I do love to see those numbers. This grenade build, very fantastic AoE. It's not as bursty as some builds you'll see, and do win that fairly easily. The score was pretty good. Didn't need to kill the keep lord, just held the middle, and that was all we had to do. And as always, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any suggestions on this build, it's kind of been a while since I played Guild Wars. I made sure to test all these builds. I played all my characters a bit. Had to take that break there, and I am coming back strong, and definitely going to be getting new footage as soon as I can. But I mean, the changes that have come in, not that much, and I'll be working with that. If you see anything new, feel free to let me know. And thanks for watching.